Good morning. It is just after 7. Planned to be up earlier than this, but I could not get out of bed. For today's video, I wanted to get outside. Hopefully the wind's not too bad this morning, because it was really bad last time. And just talk about leading by example. We are leading by example, not only by giving the example, setting the standard for everyone else. We're setting the standard to be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be, which is of course very important. This world needs more people like that, who are the best versions of themselves, who work every day to be the best versions of themselves, because that is going to ripple. And right now, with everything that's going on in this country, we need more people like that to set a standard for how this world should be. And it's not just being mentally tough and getting out and working out and eating right. It's being a kind person. It's being a decent human being. It's being strong and standing your ground. I had someone stop me on the path and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm filming a vlog." And they're like, "Oh." And in this town, there's a lot of creative people, so I was kind of surprised that someone was shocked. I mean, I've seen people walking around like full costume, full dress up, like ready to like take photos on this path. You know, so to me, I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm a creative person, I get it. I guess some people are just in their closed off little boxes. That's half the problem right there. Anyway, I wanted to really get on here and just talk about, as I said, you know, setting an example, leading by example, which is, you know, one of the mottos with First Form. Obviously that bleeds into 75 Hard, is leading by example. It's not just getting fit in a gym and eating right and watching your macros and drinking your water and getting your pages read. It's being a decent human being. It's being someone that others can look up to, especially the newer generations. You know, I have a niece, and I have, you know, I have cousins who have kids. I have friends who have kids. You know, and they're all looking to us for, how do I do this? How do I play this game called life? And they're going to look at us until the day we pass from this world. And that's something to really think about. That's very important. We need to lead by example. We need to lead the newer generations into the future with the traditions and the values that we all grew up with. Because that's what's going to keep this world from imploding. Part of that is, you know, I say live your best life, and you should. I don't mean, you know, jet set around Europe, fucking buying diamonds and expensive, you know, Lamborghini type sport cars and, you know, vacationing in the Bahamas. I don't mean any of that. What I mean is, do that if that's what you want to do. If you've got the means, go for it. Just take me with you. Every day, getting up, doing what you're saying you're going to do, keeping your promises, but moreover, living your life unapologetically. You know, maybe doing something that not everybody's going to agree with, like starting a business or, you know, even changing your hair color. That's living your best life. That is living your life unapologetically. And that's something I strive for every single day, because we only have one life, as far as we know. We're not 100%. So every day I get up, I work out, I go to work, I do my thing, I come home, you know, and I always make sure, am I doing something that's me living my best life? Whether it's making a TikTok video or posting photos on my OnlyFans account and promoting my OnlyFans. Some people don't like that idea. Some people think, you hear OnlyFans, you think, oh, it's pornography. Not the case with mine, but regardless. I love doing what I'm doing, and there's more to come. There's a lot more to come. That to me is the ultimate freedom, is when you're living your life for you on your terms and you're setting that example for others. That is something that is so important. So it's not something that just anybody's going to do. I will say that, because some of you watching this video, you either agree with me or you don't agree with me, and that's fine. That's the beauty of this country. We don't have to agree with each other, but we do have to respect each other. I personally, this has been a long time coming for me, from a personal standpoint. This is a long time coming for me. I used to grow up thinking I had to live my life a certain way. I had to go to college, I had to have a degree, I had to have a career, had to get married by a certain point, have kids, have a house. If I didn't have any of that, you know, it wasn't necessarily a failure, but, well, I could do better. Just switch up, my arm's getting tired. But ultimately, that choice is yours. I made the choice to get out of my comfort zone. Back to the tired arm. I made the choice to do what I'm doing. Honestly, I don't regret it at all. I have zero regrets. I quit a job that was not serving me, that was affecting my mental health, back in November. And at one point I was struggling financially, and I remember my dad actually saying, "You should have kept that job. Why didn't you keep that job?" That's a fear right there. That's a fear coming out, because I knew then and I know now. I knew even when I quit that job, I was like, I'm doing something that's going to benefit me. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to make my life better. And it did make my life better. And now I'm in a position where I make more money, and I have a great staff. I have great upper management. I have a great job. I love my job. I really do. And I'm very grateful to the company, because I had never been in a management position until now, and they took a chance on me. They didn't have to do that. Hi. Alright. It's almost noon, but I still want protein pancakes, so we're gonna do this. Try my submersion. Woo! It's quite the, ooh, I made a mess. Quite the recipe. I feel like I work at Starbucks. I don't like Starbucks. Can I just say, I'm loving this thing right now. I got this for like $15 at Homeport. Ah! Still learning. Still learning. Oopsie. Because apparently this makes better coffee. I don't know. I'm glad I got this thing. Very good investment. Yes, I'm drinking out of a Halloween mug because I am really starting to get into the Halloween. I was in CVS yesterday. Some of you saw my Instagram story. But I was in CVS yesterday, and then today they were putting up more Halloween stuff, and I was like, yay, it's happening. Someone who is loyal to the seasons, I can't decorate until September, and that's just fall. I don't put Halloween stuff out until October. They're currently, all of my holiday stuff, including Christmas, New Year, Valentine's, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, it's all in my dad's storage unit in my hometown, so I gotta get that back at some point. I'm just going to say this too. I didn't even put any sweetener in this. I actually kind of like it that way. Hello. I realize I did not have the camera on. For some reason, I thought I had turned it on. Guess I didn't. It's been so long since I've contoured, I don't even know if I'm doing this correctly anymore.
Literally an everyday, several times a day occurrence right down my road. Anyway, I never know in a contour. I just do it whenever. I look like a native going off to war. Seriously. Now, going back to what I was saying on my walk this morning by the lake, I know some of you, the audio wasn't the best. Really, like I said, I mean, living your life unapologetically for you is the best form of not only self-love, but it's also the best form of setting an example, because when you're setting an example, because doing this challenge, you know, you're setting a standard. You are living out this standard that was created by so many others, Andy included, of course. Standard that was created and is held every day by so many people. This is gold. I don't think I got the right color. It makes my eyes pop, I'll say that. They're finally restocking the stores with like the makeup and everything. It was all sitting in totes for the longest time, and I even asked the girls at one point that were working the counter. I was like, they're checking me out one night, and I was like, just out of curiosity, why is everything still in totes? Like, you know, do you guys not have enough people? And they're like, it's because everybody steals. They actually have security at the doors now in the CVS that I went to. They actually have a couple of security guys. They're not armed, but they're basically there for like loss prevention. To watch anybody that might be stealing. I walked in after doing my laundry. I had 2 tote bags full of clothes, and so I even said to them, I was like, if you want me to leave this by the door with you, that's fine. And they're like, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. We're literally just washing the aisles. I'm like, okay, because there are people that do steal, of course, and don't give a fuck. But it is nice that we have people there. Like, you know, this company is clearly taking a stand because they're getting sick and tired of people, you know, coming in and stealing, and I fucking love it. What I said on my walk was that, you know, freedom is a very important value to me, and living 75, you know, doing 75 hard, and really, especially the state of the country, but in general, you know, living my life for me. I mean, I tell people I'm doing 75 hard, and they're like, oh wow, what got you to do that? And I tell them, you know, because I want to live my very best life. And that to me is living your life freely. It's living your life unapologetically, doing what you feel is necessary to be happy. And I think a lot of people forget about that, you know. So this video, I probably sound like a broken record because I keep saying those words, unapologetically and living your best life and everything. But ultimately, the reason I wanted to make this video was, you know, the last couple of days I've, you know, been at kind of a crossroads, mentally and emotionally, trying to understand, you know, am I really doing this to just make my life better, or am I doing this because I really want to set an example? I have people in my family, you know, cousins, their kids that are looking or watching, and the last thing I want is for them to see me at, you know, not the best version of myself. And I feel like when we are all the best versions of ourselves, things will truly change. Things will get better, not just in our own lives individually, but together as a community, and of course as a country. And given the state of everything, we need to be the best version of ourselves right now. We need to be strong in that. We need to see freedom as this core value. I've been really up and down about how I'm living. I have really taken time to give myself perspective and see, you know, how am I really living my life? Am I living it the way I want to live it? And last night I was at work, and I was getting ready to leave. My associate was coming in. You know, she came in, we were chit-chatting. And I went to leave the store, and I'm walking out. I had to run to the grocery store, and I'm walking to the grocery store, and, you know, I just had this thought in my head, so I just could not let go of, and it was, that it's time to do my own thing. Not leave my job, nothing like that, but just do what I want to do. Ooh, baby. There's some TikTok tutorials out there that have the blush like literally up here. No. When I was learning how to do makeup as a girl, my mother was teaching me. I remember her saying apples of your cheeks. Like, we didn't do contour back then. None of that. I gotta say, I'm liking this gold eyeliner. I think I'm gonna use it more often. Anyway, so yeah, so that was my little rant that I talked about outside. I wanted to kind of finish it because I felt like I just didn't say enough. Whenever I do these kinds of videos, I always am like worried, did I say enough? Did I make sense? Sometimes I don't. But you know, I edit the vlog, so you can't tell. If you do, shit. It's just my little rant. Something that's been on my mind a lot lately is just, you know, I've been kind of up and down like the last few days. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just hormones or what, but I was just really like, am I free? Am I really living my life the way I want to, freely and unapologetically? And the answer to that is I could live more so, because since doing 75 hard, and I've done it almost 7 weeks now. I am 3.5 weeks in, second attempt, and honestly, doing this has really opened my eyes to where I want my life to go, what I want to do with it. And you know, I'm really loving my life right now. I'm really loving what I'm doing, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have, and I just want to take more advantage of them. I really just want to squeeze every drop of juice out of the experience and make my life the best that I can. And I have got to say, I think if I hadn't found and started 75 hard, I probably wouldn't be in this mindset. I probably would still be doing, you know, living an unhealthy life. And yeah, I think I'd still be the same person I was 6 months ago and not the different person that I am now. So very proud of that. And I hope you all are living your lives to the best of your ability. If not, what are you waiting for? You know, it's time to get started. It's time to do the work. So on that note, I'm going to close this out. I'm going to enjoy more protein coffee. I got to say, I'm so glad I got that frother. Best $15 I've ever spent. I'm going to close this out. You guys have a wonderful week. Rest of your week. It's Thursday. And enjoy your weekend. I'll be back with a Sunday vlog. Yeah. Let's crush it.